So I'm going to tell you a bit about myself and what actually my company is called Apprenticeships for England. And I started it 6 years ago because I actually got made redundant. Very similar to yourself. I used to run economic development for Portsmouth City Council, the department, and they laid everybody off. And being from the local area, I live in Havant, there's not a lot of work in the local area. So I had to travel to London and I fell into training. And I can be honest, I was absolutely horrified about what I found in the training sector. At that time, you could do an apprenticeship in 6 weeks and get a qualification. And businesses were saying, actually, this is not worth the paper it's written on because these kids have not learned anything. So I'm quite a vocal person and I really went hand for leather on the LinkedIn group where businesses were involved. And now at the present time, we have the biggest social media group of its kind, not just in England, but in the world on apprenticeships. And everybody involved in it is involved in apprenticeships and they keep making sure that for the learner, that they are getting a good quality experience. They're actually getting paid a fair wage and they're not being seen as cheap labour, which has always been a tag on apprenticeships. In this country, we have 4 million businesses, but actually only 200,000 of them deliver apprenticeship. So there's a wide market out there for training providers and for young people to actually get involved. But we've got an issue. I can say, how many of you actually watch Love Island in this room? Right. What is your age range?
I'm 22.
You're under 30. Say you're under 30, would you agree? Have you watched Coronation Street? Right. When the National Apprenticeship Service were advertising for apprentices, do you know where they put their advert? During Coronation Street. You know, I am a grandmother of 15 grandchildren from all different ages, and I use them as my sounding board. So I said, they actually put a lot of ads on Facebook. And my grandson, who's 17, said, Nan, I'm on Facebook. I have 7 grandparents. He has 22 aunts and uncles and cousins. Do you think I actually go on Facebook? I'm on there. He said, we're on sites you've not even heard of. And I said, I'm with it. I know what's going. So he mentioned 10 communication channels that they use. I only knew of 2 of them. He goes, do you really think that we go on Facebook and send it? We don't use it. So we've got to talk to young people. And that's what my organisation do in the language that they actually use and understand. And it's also the same for businesses. We've got to make sure that we just say, oh, we're doing you a favour by giving you an apprentice. Actually, an apprentice, and listen to Nathan and the young lady who works with him, that is what an apprenticeship is about. From getting from the first stage and actually building them up. What it gives the business is loyalty. And actually that person will stay with them because they are used, you know, they really are learning something. And at the end of the apprenticeship, they will be an asset to that business. And they will carry on and stay and do, there is progression. A few years ago, apprenticeships were seen as plasterers and labourers, and you weren't clever enough for university, etc., etc. Nowadays, you can do apprenticeships from level 2 to level 7. There's progression all the way, so there are degree apprenticeships that people can do. So, as people in this room, you're all converted, you're all involved in apprenticeships, your businesses, your apprentices, you've actually understand what apprenticeship is about. Because we do have issues with getting the message out there to young people. You know, schools, we always hear from apprentices, how did you hear about apprenticeship? They heard it from friends, they didn't hear it from careers advice. So as businesses, what you can do, and as apprentices, is get back into your local businesses, schools, wherever you can, and promote apprenticeships, about how it's worked for your businesses or for young people. The title here is European Alliance. I go to Europe quite a lot to speak on apprenticeships, and all you ever hear of is the German model of apprenticeship. The 2 best apprentices in Europe actually come from the UK, who won it. So actually we're doing something right. So well done today, training for this session you've had in the last 5 years, and all the apprentices here today. You're absolutely brilliant, and thank you for having me speak. Well done.